Bonjour. Today's lesson is going to be about the possessive in French, how we do a possessive. In order to explain how to do a possessive, I'm going to explain first how we do that in English, and then I will switch to French. I think it might make a little more sense. In French, we talk about the possessive with the. Now, I know there's a lot of people that take, I think I'm going to turn it this way. Maybe people will be able to see it a little bit better if I record it this way. Yes, the possessive with the, and I know there's a lot of people that are of Latin America descent, and they speak Spanish as their first language, and a lot of them are taking French as their second language. Know that it almost resembles what you do in Spanish. Okay, so we call this the possessive with the, and in English, when you do a possessive, you would say, for example, and I'm going to take the boy's book. I'm going to take different example in English, and I'm going to break them down by gender, because in French it depends on gender. If the person who owns a thing is male, then there's going to be a possessive which is going to look different than if the person who owns the thing is male. If the person is a proper noun, if it's plural, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to write example first in English, the boys' books, then we'll do the female version of this, the girls' book. And then we could turn this into a plural, so you would say the boys' books, so a lot of books from one boy. The girls' books, so a lot of books for one girl. And then we can reverse it, and we could say the boys' book, or we could say, so a bunch of boys for one book, the boys' books. A lot of boys and a lot of books. And we could do the same with the girls. So we could say, so we could take the girls and make it the girls' book and the girls' books. Now, with the possessive with the, it's not, there's way more to it, but we're going to start with this. The video are about, 10-15 minutes long, so this is going to be the first part of it. So, if I'm saying this sentence right here, the boy's book, so the books belong to the boy. So this is how you would write it in French. Le livre du garçon. So, if the book is owned by a person, and in a case this is a common noun, this common noun being male, singular, this is how you would write the sentence. So, what we're saying is the book of the boy. It's a terrible English translation, but that's what you actually saying in French, same as Spanish. Okay, so if some of you are have Spanish as your first language, you cannot understand this because you're doing the same thing in Spanish. In French, of course, the word is a little different, but it's kind of the same concept. Now I'm going to do the same with the girls. So I have one girl, one book. This time we're going to have le livre And to show that it belongs to that one girl, this is what we will have. De la fille. So that's our second possibility here. De la or du. So this du is for common noun when they're male, singular. And this one is when they're female, singular. Du and de la. Now, if we go up here and we see that there's one boy, but a bunch of books, then we would write the sentence like les livres, and du, in that case, become, no, I'm sorry, du garçon. I'm getting ahead of myself. Sorry, it's du garçon. It does not change. Du garçon. So same thing. Du garçon. So again, if this word that follow, that little possessive with the is male and singular, then this right here will be du. And we're going to do the same with the girls. So this time we have this case in point. The girls, books. So one girl, a bunch of books. It would be les livres de la fille. And again, kind of like what we did up here, this doesn't change as long as this word right here is female, singular. Also, all those words, garçon, fille, are all, maybe I should put that right here, common noun. They're not proper, because if it was proper, it would be different. Common noun. Okay, all the way through. So, if they're common noun, we'll see on the next episode of this grammar grab and bite, how we do it with proper noun. So now that we've seen this, now we're going to switch it to those situations where we have a bunch of boys that own one book, a bunch of boys that own a bunch of books. And we'll do the same with the girls. Bunch of girls who own a book, bunch of girls who own a bunch of books. Okay, so I'm going to start with the bunch of boys that own one book. So this time, we have one book, so le livre, singular. And because the common noun that is going to follow is going to be plural, we're going to turn this into a plural. Des garçons. Now, of course, we don't forget to put an S also because it's plural. So this time it's male, plural, and the word we use in this case is des, des, le livre des garçons. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing this time with, actually the way I did it is, okay, we'll do the same one with the boy, but this time a lot of books and a lot of boys that own the book. So everything's going to be plural in this one. So it's going to be les livres des garçons. Les livres des garçons. So for this one, everything is male plural. And this, stay as we saw it earlier, is des. Now, what if the person who owned the books are female? So I'm going to need to grab another piece of paper here. Just bear with me. So if now we're in this case scenario right here, the girls' book, then the girls' books. So we have one book, so le livre. And a lot of girls, des filles. So this one is female, plural, and it works just like the male. So that's fairly easy. And then if the sentence is totally plural from beginning to end, then it's kind of like the one you did up here, les livres des filles. D-E-S, and this is feminine plural. So the feminine plural and the masculine plural have the same possessive with the, which sound like des, 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 des. So I'm going to put this like a phonetic. It would sound like if you were saying the word day in English, like this, day. When it's female singular, is de, la. And when it's male singular, it's du. And then it repeats itself. Du, de la, du, and de la. So this was part one of the possessive with the. The second recording will be on the possessive with the. This time we are going to talk about showing possession with proper noun. So far we only did it with common noun. And next episode it will be on the proper noun. So I'll see you in a little bit. If you're interested, just join me in a few minutes for part 2 of this possessive with the. Merci. Au revoir.